Here it is. Nemo did a detailed story on it, but he sources WorldNet Daily and AP here. Proposed law may allow Obama AG to ban guns at will. Now, this is the same thing. Congress cedes unlimited, total, no oversight, complete power to the private Federal Reserve and the Treasury, separate and above government. Greenspan goes on there and brags, we're above you all. No one can even investigate us. It's the same thing here. It's like ceding imperial, godlike right of king power. It says, it looks like the gun grabbers may have a field day when the new Congress convenes. According to Bob Unruh, writing for WorldNet Daily, Obama's AG nominee, Eric Holder, is a big gun grabber, I would add, may have the ability to ban guns at will. They cite H.R. 1022, sponsored by New York Democrat Carolyn McCarthy and 67 co-sponsors. And it goes on to say that when the new Democrats are seated in the new House, which I guess has just now happened, they have a good chance of passing it. And then we have the bill sections here where it just says at will he can ban any firearms he wants. So no longer is there laws. It's just a blank check, Bob. And here's Obama, who in Chicago supported total gun bans and said that was reasonable, and who supported the D.C. total gun ban. And he says, don't worry, I believe in your Second Amendment. We can't just carte blanche ban them all at once, but we can, by law, prescribe and ban a lot of them. I mean, the son of a bitch is on record, and the people are still in denial.
They just don't get it. And it's part of the brainwashing process. Half of them are out to lunch. And whether we'll get them back or not, I don't know. But we will get them once they're in the street, when their house is gone and the cars are gone and the debit card has no credits in it anymore. That's unfortunately when they're going to wake up. And if they pass this legislation, you better bury your weapons and your ammunition, because if you turn it in, you're duck soup.
And I apologize for using a little bit of that French, but I mean, that just came out of me. I mean, they're getting ready to take your guns. This is America. And then the FBI's got all these manuals, Bob, saying we're terrorists because we believe there's a new world order and they want our guns. And then now they're all over the news saying world government, Newsweek, world government run by a private bank. And then still the FBI says, no, you're crazy. It doesn't exist. I mean, how dare them? They openly work for a bankrupt criminal system.
Absolutely.
I mean, how does that double think work, Bob, to separately say none of this world government exists while they openly announce it?
Again, they do what they want. They do it the way that they want. And, you know, there's nobody to stop them except your program and programs like it.
I want to ask the FBI.
I mean, this is the last hope.
I want to ask the FBI and people that are involved in all this. I mean, you like being the guys that are coming for our guns? You like being the guys that support the Madoffs that are looting the country? You like being the guys that work for the people that run the child kidnapping rings that are in mainstream news? I mean, you really like... Or you deny and say, oh, no, it's not criminal. No, you know it's criminal. It's bankrupt from pillar to post. And you say, well, I'm not involved in that directly. Yeah, but your silence and being part of the system, you are guilty. You are accessories. Bob Chapman.
Well, I agree with that completely, because they know what's going on. And it's situation ethics, if you may. And they justify it by the paycheck. And you've got the same thing with law enforcement. And they better wake up, because if they come after us, they ain't going to go home.
Well, who could imagine they'd actually get away with this? I mean, they're coming for the guns now. They've introduced a bill where they can ban whatever they want, whenever they want, a blank check. And the Federal Reserve governor is in Bloomberg saying that even the regional Fed isn't involved in decisions, that a group above Treasury and the Fed New York has implemented war powers. War powers. Folks, that's martial law. That's a hoity-toity name for martial law. Over the Congress, over the system. Bob Chapman, stay there. We'll come back, take more phone calls. I'm going to keep you 5 minutes into the next hour on this Friday edition. Then we'll... We are back live with Bob Chapman. I'm going to come back in the next whole segment, take a few more calls. But right now, briefly, I wanted Bob and Ted Anderson to have a chance to talk, because I know the Midas Resources also offers a trial copy of the International Forecaster. But Ted is doing, gold is up again today, but Ted bought it a few weeks ago. at the 760 level. So he's, again, the price is close to, I guess, $90 under what it is right now. So he factors that into the savings. Ted, tell folks out there about today and throughout the weekend the gold offer. And then I don't know what Bob's going to say. I want to see what he's going to say because he's a great analyst on this of how good a deal he thinks it is. So Bob Chapman and Ted Anderson, you guys talk.
Yeah, well, basically what I have right now, Alex, I mean, gold did edge up again today and seen a peak of 868.90, which means it is getting stronger. The unemployment figures came out way low. Way higher than what it was. So, I mean, it's just the whole economy here is melting down. What I did is I picked up some francs here just a short while ago at that price level that you're referring to, and they're currently at 204, where the British sovereign is at 252. Walking Liberty halves are at $8.40 or $8.40 or $168 per roll of 20. All that stuff is in really a good buying range at this time. Obviously, with the economy melting down, I just can't think of a better time for people to be getting involved in the gold and silver. Plus, also having the support of rising market prices. The whole thing. I mean, that gun issue that you're talking about earlier on should make people's blood boil. But, I mean, it's all tied together, this whole New World Order thing, this Democrat versus Republican, right versus left, and you're talking about how it's this team or that team that has to win. I mean, it's like in a football game. Here in Minnesota, it's the Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers. It doesn't matter. It's still the football game that's being played, and that's exactly what's going on here economically.
Well, let me break this down and get Bob's take on this.